There's a lot of talk about these pocket cameras, the Pocket 4, the 4P, the Insta360 Luna Ultra. Now, if you're gonna pick up one of these, you probably want to get some accessories to maximize the potential of these cameras. And that's where this video comes into play. I'm partnering with SmallRig on this one to show you some new accessories that they have that are gonna match the 4, the 4P, and obviously you can look online for the Ultra because I don't have that camera with me here, and really take these cameras to the next level. Also, we've got iPhone accessories. Now, there's one in particular which I absolutely love. If you love iPhone filmmaking, you wanna record some professional video out of this thing, this may be a must and a very easy accessory to put on. This video is brought to you by SmallRig. Prime Week is coming up this next few days, and so I thought it'd be great to highlight some of the accessories that they have that I've chosen for these devices. So let's get into it. With that, let's talk about the basic sort of cage mount here. This is a lock cage. Open the door up, put your pocket in there and lock it in. You got quarter hole mount screws here. You got cold shoe here. You're pretty much great to accessorize this a bit. But while it's a nice accessory to have, I may opt for something a little bit more versatile to get you more interesting shots and to give you more flexibility. Now I want to talk about a cage that I think most people are going to want to get, and that is this multi-function cage here. Now I have it mounted here on the camera because I use this a lot when I'm actually doing videos and I want to take photo and video at the same time to kind of give you guys a behind the scenes look of what I'm doing. So as it stands, I mean, this is a multi-purpose cage, and I'll show you how it works in just a bit because you have a magnetic piece here, but it also is able to be mounted perfectly. I can actually take photos and I've got video recording at the same time. So if I want to go a little bit behind the scenes, I can. And I've done this on a couple of videos. I did it one for the Nikon power zoom lens, and I also did one recently on the Tamron 35-100 f2.8, and I was recording with the Pocket for that entire video, and this is how I was mounting it on there. So just in case you're wondering, I'll walk you through the steps of the parts that I use from SmallRig, but as you can tell, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, and also I can actually just adjust it this way. So let's say I just want to do a quick vlog while I got the camera in my hand as I'm talking here without taking it out. I can just swivel that mount here on the hot shoe. I can just start talking, and then when I'm done, tilt it down, move it back in position, and I'm ready to rock and roll. This cage is absolutely fantastic. So let me walk you through a little bit on this cage. So it looks the same as the previous cage, but it has this plate on the back of it. Now, this plate is magnetic. So the great thing is on most metallic objects that you can put a magnet to, let's say a light pole or a fence or your refrigerator or even a shopping cart, you can attach this there and you can get some very creative shots, and it allows you more mounting flexibility with your Pocket Series camera. Now, one of the cool things about this is actually there's these two legs that's detached from that plate, and it makes it like a mini tripod. So now I can set this on a table or on another surface, and I can get different angles if I want to do that as well. SmallRig also sent me this. I purchased one myself, so I've had this for a while, is you can just literally just screw that on there, and this is a swivel sort of mount that goes right into your cold shoe or hot shoe, and I think they designed it for something like this. If I want to walk around, take photos, it's not getting in the way of my head or my eye, but I also want to record behind the scenes footage, this mount is ideal. If there's one cage to pick up for your Pocket Series camera, maybe I'd have it for the Luna Ultra, I'm not too sure. It's this one from SmallRig. They did a fantastic job. Let's move on to their case. They've got a hard case here, which is nice because look, the Osmo case that we have here, these are great. I mean, you could put everything inside of this thing. I mean, that's how it comes. All the accessories, the pocket camera, it's all inside of this. But it is a little bit overwhelming to pack all those accessories, and you don't need all the cables all the time and all these things. And that's where the SmallRig case comes in handy. Now, this is going to be more minimalist in a lot of ways. You got your pockets here if you want to put micro SD cards if you need that, but with the Pocket, it's all internal storage now, so you're pretty much good. Then I put the wide angle lens here, which we'll talk about in just a second. And then we've got our slots here for our various different V&D system, CPL, and quarter mist filter to put on the front of that. So this is great, and then when you pop this open, that's where you put your pocket camera. But if you're wondering, does the Pocket 4P fit inside of this? And the answer is yes, it does. It fits in there beautifully, no issues at all with that. But it is harder, it's a little bit more durable, so if you are traveling and you want to protect your camera a bit more, this is something that I would highly recommend. It's not that expensive, and there's discounts on all these items, by the way, so do check out my link in the description below. And you can actually go to the website and see that. But this is a really, really nice case. I brought it with me recently on a trip. And yeah, don't worry about it. Let's talk about this wide angle lens here. Now, when you get the Pocket 4, not 4P, but with the 4, you do get a wide angle lens, a little bit wider than the 20 millimeters here. Now, SmallRig has their own option here, and this also does a really good job. It just gives you a little bit more width. Again, if you were doing vlogging, you may opt for this versus not having it. I do use it off and on. When I was doing videos with the Pocket 4 and Pocket 3, I did use this for vlogging and walking around, and it just gives you a little bit more breathing room. So if you want to crop in, you have more flexibility, because sometimes when we're walking, we're holding our hand from a certain distance and not way out here stretched out because it's uncomfortable. This gives you a little bit more breathing room. So really good optics on this. No complaints. Same with the CPL, same with the VND. All really, really good. They work great. And you can't put this on there and keep it on there. When it's folded up, it will pop out because it's too thick. But with the CPL, VND, and the black mist filter, you can put those on and it will stay on as it folded up. So that's great to have. So that's kind of the accessories that I have here for the Pocket 4 and 4P. The 4P, obviously, in terms of ND filter systems, it's so unique that I think we'll have to wait a little bit for these to come out to market to get those. SmallRig is coming up with something very, very soon. But for the Pocket 4 and the Pocket 3, these are going to work fantastic. Let's move on to something very, very cool. And I saw this on Instagram and I was like, when I realized it was SmallRig that made it, I was like, okay, I need to get this. Now, on the back of this 17 Pro Max, this is where your camera housing is. But this plate here is actually not from Apple. This is from SmallRig. And what it is actually is a plate that you attach to it. You can just adhese it. There's an adhesive to the back of it. It's not permanent. You can take it off as you want, but it's magnetic. So what happens here is I actually have these ND filters, and they come in various different strengths, just like most ND filter systems are, and you attach it magnetically. So if you want to do filmmaking and you want an ND filter, because sometimes you realize, say if I'm shooting outdoors and I'm doing 4K 25p, my shutter speed should be double what my frame rate is. So it should be 50, right? So what happens here is that I need an ND filter to cut that. And that's where this comes into play, and it works great. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, you can use this on a variety of different cases, which is very awesome. Some of these ND filter systems are proprietary to having their own case. This is not. This is Apple's own case here, and you can see the filter fits on beautifully. This is how it works, and you have it. And the optics out of this are absolutely awesome. Tried it, and I really love what they've done with this. Comes in a small little zipper pouch, and you're good to go. There's no VND system like this that SmallRig makes as of yet. Hopefully they do make something like that in the future. That would be very, very cool. But again, it would add a bit more depth to it and may not fit with a lot of cases. So just keep that in mind, pros and cons. Speaking of phones, let's talk about this device here. This is the SmallRig wireless monitor. Now, a lot of times with our camera systems, we want to use the rear camera, but we also want to film ourselves. And to have something like this where you can actually film yourself and see what your camera sees in the monitor, this size is absolutely fantastic. Now, again, this is going to add some weight to it. You could charge it up. You can adjust the brightness on this. It's not touch enabled. Some displays out there are touch enabled. This is not. So you still have to control what you need to control through the phone and then attach it onto this. But I think it gives you a nice option. It works for Android as well as iOS. And you just select screen mirroring, and then you have access to this. Now, the color temperature may be a little bit different, as you're going to see from some of the samples here, but it does the job. The job is to see your video footage, to see if you're in focus, to see what it's like, and this does it brilliantly. This is going to help for a lot of filmmakers out there that really want to take advantage of these ND filter systems, get something more professional. You want to film yourself, but you want to see where you're framing, see how you look. This is definitely a nice option, and they're not expensive, and is also MagSafe compatible, so it sticks on and it's pretty strong here. I mean, this is not really going to come off. Now I want to talk about a cage I'm actually using right now. This is the black Mamba cage for the Lumix S1 II, S1R2, S5 IIX. I believe it's all for the same systems. Now this has been out for quite some time, but I would highly recommend a cage, especially if you're going to be mounting monitors, mics, a variety of different things. I do that a lot here in my studio. I've actually got it right now recording on it with the top handle with my monitor on top of that. So it's kind of sitting there so I can see myself as I'm recording this video. It does a brilliant job. SmallRig has been making cages for a number of years. Their quality is some of the best out there, relatively affordable. And again, all these items, you're getting some good promotional prices during this Prime week. So do take that in mind. Also, I want to talk about something that's a little bit off the radar, but I found it to be very, very interesting. This is a macro light, and you can actually turn this around, and you can have this light here. And you can do it in various different colors. Let's turn this on. You can do different colors, different strengths, and it adds a nice little accent lights to it. It's really nice. I've used this on a number of B-roll shots here that you've seen on the channel from various different products. And I really like what this offers. And of course, you've got a little bit of you've got some attachments you can put onto this as well. So if you want like a barn doors, you can do that. You've got little different pattern lights you can throw inside there if you want. And there's also this mounting to a desk, a clamp here, and you can sort of position it that way. And that's what I've been doing here in my studio as I shoot my B-roll. I've been mounting it. This is even great outside. If you want to put this outside on a tripod, you can, because you got your screw mount here. Just plug it in on the ground. Let's say you're doing insects or snakes or whatever, your scorpions, whatever you want to capture, even flowers, and you want to add a little bit of light there that you're not getting naturally. This is a really nice option to have. It's very lightweight. They're not expensive at all. And I mean, I've seen other brands do it, but I think SmallRig is the one that started it off. And yeah, it's really, really good. And of course, you can charge it by USB-C at the bottom, on the side of it here as well. So hats off to SmallRig for sending this out my way. I didn't know if I would like this, and I actually do. And I think that's kind of it, guys. I went through a lot here. These are some really great items that SmallRig has, and they've got a lot of more options in terms of tripods and other things, and they're constantly coming out with products. And with all these new cameras coming to market, I mean, you know what I mean? One week to the next, there's something new. So if there's anything you like here, ask me away in the comment section below. I'll try to answer them in more detail. I just want to kind of give you an overview. And with that, if you like this video, like, subscribe. Thank you for the support. Check out SmallRig's website for more great deals, and I'll chat to you all very, very soon. Bye.